Welcome in, everybody. If you're new, welcome. Some of you guys might be coming after we hit some beautiful parlays in the last video. Not only did we get a normal primetime parlay, but we got the full lotto plus 1820, all spread on the Chargers. Lad, have a day. Justin Herbert, have a day in the end zone. $20 turned into 384, and the watered down version for plus 300. And we got a Sunday night football game for you guys today. Packers for Steelers. Aaron Rodgers going against his old team. I believe it's for the first time. JJ, how are you feeling about this game?
Feeling good, especially coming off a nice little win for everybody. When I said Chargers by 1,000,000, I meant it. That's
Hey, those
exactly what we
those
got.
those jersey bets don't miss. So
They
pay
don't.
attention to those, everybody. But like I said, Rodgers facing his old team for the first time. What are you seeing on the Steelers' offensive side of the ball that's gives us an edge that you think?
Um, I think with the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers is gonna throw everything underneath, and that's exactly what Green Bay allows. They're not allowing anything deep. So depending on what role DK has, I think probably with Calvin Austin coming back, he's probably going to go back to his usual playing outside and running deeper routes. So could be tough for him, but he is solid against single high. So, a little bit of a mixed bag there. Probably stay away in general. But I think targeting underneath would probably be Calvin Austin and the running backs. They allow a ton of targets to the running backs. I think it's like fourth the most right now. And running backs have just been feasting with that with receptions. So probably Jalen Warren with how his role has looked like he seems to be taking over the passing downs as well now over Gainwell.
Oh yeah, I am personally of the belief that Calvin Austin being back has a very underrated effect to the offense because, like you said, they want to work the underneath stuff and rely on yards after the catch. The matchup makes sense for that. And while DK, like he's a big boy, you put the ball in his hands, he'll make some guys miss just because they can't tackle him. But Calvin Austin, he's shifty, he's smart, he knows where to settle in the zones. I think having him back is something that I think a lot of people are going to overlook. We saw last week in the Thursday night football game, they're trying to use DK. Really, the last 2 weeks, they've tried to develop DK with some deeper routes. It led to a couple bad throws by Aaron. But I think it was one of those where they're trying to build that up. And coming off a long week, I think it gives us a chance to see how well that actually comes together. And now with having Calvin Austin back, there's a lot more of a compliment instead of just this or that. So I think this as far as the passing game, it comes in favor for Aaron Rodgers. The run game is a bit of a different story. I don't know how to feel about the Packers' run defense yet. At the very worst, they're still above average, but I can't decide if they're actually elite or if they're just like a good run defense. I don't know if you have a different read on that.
Yeah, like so far it's been like a little tough to tell, but I noticed with the Packers, you got Arthur Smith. He's going to stick primarily to zone concept, and a lot of the teams that have better performances in the run game have been running man gap, and the zones they've been kind of locking in on. I think it's just going to be tough with Jalen Warren. Like he had a great game last week, but probably a good time to jump off that wagon because I mean it was the Bengals after all.
Yeah.
Everybody's been having RB1 potential against them, so I think prime time. Then Aaron Rodgers coming back. I think they're probably going to lean on the pass a little bit here. I mean, do you see it any different?
No, and I think it makes sense. I think usually when we think of the run game, teams like to use like they want to run the ball 6 times to open up the play action or to supplement the pass game. I think this is just going to be one where both Rodgers and Tomlin are smart enough to do it the other way around, where they're dinking and dunking their way down the field and then running it when they're not expecting it to, and that's where it could be efficient. But as far as just running it on first and second down every time, if they do that, it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Um, but we can go get in the the Packers side. Sorry, talking about Aaron Rodgers messed me up. Jordan Love obviously leading the charge there. Josh Jacobs looks to be healthy, but we don't know how healthy Matthew Golden is. Christian Watson should return to this one, but I'm not sure how many routes he's gonna get. Dontavion Wicks is injured now. Jaden Reed's been out for a minute. The skill position is not looking very healthy for the Packers offense. However, we just saw the Bengals put belt to ass on this defense a couple weeks ago. Where are you seeing that side of the ball?
Yeah, I think first one, obviously, the way Pittsburgh has been defending tight ends, it has not been good. And on National Tight End Day, we just can't overlook Tucker Kraft. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just that simple. He's a yak guy. They do give up some yak. So, I mean, Tucker Kraft should be that guy today. I mean, it's just as simple as that. But against single high, which Steelers play at a top 3 rate, I mean, nobody's playing more single high than the Falcons. I think Steelers are number 2.
They're
If
up
not,
there.
they're number 3. But
Regardless, they're
yeah.
up there.
But we're gonna be seeing a lot of it. And I think Romeo Dobbs is gonna be that guy. I mean, he has been the guy against single high all season. And I think even with Matthew Golden a little bit banged up, but he's still going to be able to play. Christian Watson returning, he's going to be limited snaps. They're just going to ease him in. I've seen the reports from the coaches saying they're going to ease him in. So Romeo Dobbs has to be the guy to target here.
Yeah, Romeo Dobbs for me is just that guy that nobody wants to believe he's actually good, but he's just always producing very consistently.
I'll
So
say he's Mr. Consistent.
yeah, exactly. So having that guy when everybody else is injured, it makes it a little easier to deal with. And I'm with you on Tucker Kraft. I think not only have we seen tight ends go crazy against Pittsburgh, I just think this is the most obvious. Like, I think the last time the Packers won primetime was when he had that 120-yard game or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a very big factor in this one. To go along with Josh Jacobs in the run game, we know that pretty much no matter who they're playing, unless they're literally facing the best run defense in the NFL, the Packers want to run the ball. We talked about how teams like to supplement their offense with the run to open everything up. That's exactly what the Packers like to do, and they're good at it, and they have good running backs. To do that, it makes their offense very efficient in the pass game. I don't expect that to be any different here. It's a plus pass matchup. If they're going to be able to lean into the run effectively, it's only going to open it up even more. I think the conclusion from all of this, though, is just that both these offenses should have fairly good success just driving down the field.
Yeah. There should be points on the board here today.
Yeah. Which is weird because when you look at the calendar and you see Packers versus Steelers, you don't think points. But then when you look at the offenses versus the defenses specifically and how they match up, it's like, yeah, there should be some successful drives in this one. So let's get to the parlay.
Let's get to the parlay.
All right, so like we said, on Thursday, we cashed a normal primetime parlay. I'll get it up on the screen again for those who skip to the end because we know some of you guys do that. We cashed the normal primetime parlay. Touchdown bet, game pick, and player prop. That's how we always do it. We added a lotto, which also cashed. Basically took the same things, laddered them up a little bit, got plus 1820. In this game, we're not doing that. We're just sticking with the normal primetime parlay. This doesn't feel like a lotto-worthy game. We have some thoughts as to what you could target if you do, but we're going to save that for Monday Night Football. We're going to be patient. We're not going to force anything just to force it. But in this one, we have the game total over 45.5. Like we said, both offenses should see surprisingly good success against these defenses. Josh Jacobs, 25 plus rushing yards. We only had that in there because we needed to be plus 300 for the boost. We took what looked like the most obvious leg to get over the edge because it was plus 298 without it. But the next player prop is Tucker Kraft over 51.5 receiving yards. It's National Tight End Day. It's a team that allows a lot of yak. It's a team that allows a lot to tight ends, and there's a lot of skill position guys injured for the Packers. It's got Tucker Kraft written all over it. And the last one is Jordan Love, 2+ passing touchdowns. Pretty much every quarterback has gone over this line against the Steelers except for 2. That's Dylan Gabriel and Justin Fields. Those don't count. Jordan Love is getting 2 passing touchdowns today. For whatever reason, for the first time this season, after we literally just robbed them on Thursday, the book or DraftKings is letting me put a full unit on this boost. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm going to take it. So go ahead and lock that in. Full unit if you can. Otherwise, use whatever the boost max allows you to within reason, depending on your units, as always. But we got plus 372 with a 20% boost. JJ, I let you sign off the last video, and obviously it went really well. So, in the idea of superstition, you got it. Sign us off.
Yeah, they let us get one. Don't let us get two.
I
At
love
least
it.
two in a row.
Yeah. I love it. Take care, everybody. Good luck, and let's make some more money.